G'day, welcome back. Another lovely day after the frost and fog lifted. So we're sowing oats today. Finally, hopefully we've found the last paddock and conditions are perfect. So you can see the oats here. There's no reason why they won't grow. Moisture test, really good, spot on. So this paddock probably should have been cultivated coming out of pasture, but we just haven't had the rain, and we probably actually should drop the machine down a bit deeper, but we're getting enough soil coverage to cover everything up. So this paddock, there was 100 hectares here, there still is, but we divided it east-west into 3, so we could just manage stock in here a bit better. So yeah, as you can see, that loosens. It's not too bad, but it's sort of getting to the pointy end of its lifespan too. So it's been in 5 or 6 years, might be a bit longer. So anyway, so I had to put a new AB line in, and yeah, I just had to actually pull up and pull a bit of wire out of the machine. So I'll just get out and have a scratch around while I'm going. So, but yeah, it's all sort of pretty good at the moment. So we put a couple of tonne of lime to the hectare on this paddock. We generally try and do that when we're bringing paddocks back into cropping phase. So should have enough. There's about 35 hectares in here roughly, so we'll have enough in the cart to do the whole paddock. It is a bit late in the day, it's about 1:30, so it's a bit later than what I was wanting to get going, but we sort of had to wait for the fog to go before Tony could spray too. So yeah, anyway, we'll get cracking, get a bit done. It's about 11 hectares done. Sort of pull up and stretch my legs and just check to make sure we've got seeds still coming out in the ground. All looks to be happy. All pretty good. Yeah, we're about halfway through this big block, and then I think from memory there's about 13 hectares down below the trees there. The Mulching canal's just here. Yeah. So anyway, we'll keep marching, but it's all going alright at the moment. Going in really well. So it's hard to believe how much. Well, we haven't had bucket loads of rain, but yeah, how much the conditions have changed. Just getting those few little top-up rains and that as well afterwards. So yeah, hopefully, again, they're still talking rain, I think, at the weekend, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. So fingers crossed we can get another 10 or 15, and that'll just keep things ticking along then. About got the main block done, so all going well. I'll just got a half a blow down here, and then I'll hop over into, it's a sort of funny sort of shaped block, bit of a triangle. I suppose it is a triangle. Yeah, so it hasn't really got it's got a clump of trees on it. On this side it hasn't really got a straight edge, so I'll just jump over. I think it's been a while since I've sown it, so I think I'll just jump over the other side and yeah, where I can sort of pull a line with what we're sowing now, the AB we're on now, and then we'll just have to fill the bits in around the outside. Yeah, but again, going in very nicely. It would have been good if all the crop had gone in, so like this. So we're nudging. We'll be very close to 1,400 hectares by the time we're finished with all the pasture and that. So. Yeah, whatever that is, 3,500 acres in the old imperial measurement. Anyway, we can see the lights. We're starting to get a bit puffed with the job. Alright, that's it. Winter crop planting for 2025. So, not too late at all actually. It's only 6:30, so yeah, it's worked out pretty well. Yeah, and yeah, said earlier, this will all come up with the moisture we've got. And if we get a bit more at the weekend, I'll turn around so you can see me, that's better. If we get a bit more at the early next week, well, it'll yeah, help it even more. Do have a little bit of seed left, and there's a little bit of fert left in there too, but I might just run that out on some loosen at home, the fert, and or even both of it together. Yeah, just run it out on top of the ground, and it'll probably come up too when it rains. So anyway, I might head for home, and yeah, we'll liaise again in the morning. Not too sure which direction we're heading in the morning yet. Might have to do some contract mulching, but also, yeah, I want to get this tractor set up, get the joules off it, and yeah, get a bit of urea out in the next couple of days. So yeah, there's a few different directions we might be heading in the morning, but we'll just see. Morning, gang. We've jumped forward a few days to the weekend, Saturday. It's about 7:30 and it's frosty. You will notice that there's no more cracks in the windscreen. So a couple of you were chipping me, having a crack at me about when I was going to get my windscreen fixed. So yesterday I got new serviced, a new windscreen put in it, $700 for a new windscreen. So anyway, all this active cruise crap and the camera and all that rest in the top of it up here just adds to the cost. So anyway, that's all right. So we've been doing a bit of everything. Tony's been doing a bit of contract spraying. I'm just out here feeding sheep now. So yeah, a bit of contract spraying. I've been doing a bit of urea spreading, and also a bit of contract mulching. So as per usual, there's plenty of directions we could head in. Just bear with me again. This stupid four-wheel drive, why we can't just have gear sticks. Come on, baby. Yeah, so I'll just jump out and come on. I'll show you. So I think it's about -1 or 2 something, 3. It might have been colder. I just did look on the weather station. We do just have a remote weather station here that's actually part of, you would have seen the hat I've got on, and we hosted the Riverine Plains field day here whenever it was back in summer crop when we looked at the corn. I interviewed Kate. So we actually host one of their weather stations here. So I think we pay about $500 a year for it, but it's part of, you can actually go online, and there's a moisture probe in that here as well, but you can actually go online and yeah, see what the actual temperatures are around the place. I think there used to be a dozen or 15 of them spread across the district, or spread across the Riverine Plains membership area. I don't know whether there still is or not. Yeah, they've upgraded them about 12 months ago, went to a different provider. So and then we do actually, I have installed like our moisture probes that I've shown you before. We have actually put a permanent, or one of them, in out at the back farm, and it's going to stay in there full time now. So the irrigate, like, it's one of the part of the irrigation stuff, where usually they put it in and out for each crop, whereas that one I'm just going to leave it out there all the time, just so we've got an idea of what's going on if we're away, or you know, we can see what the temperature and rainfall and that's doing out here. So not a lot of feed on the ground, as I keep talking about, so I'm just trying to keep the tucker up to these girls and the kids, so they're going along all right. We might try and shift a few around next week onto some better feed. Excuse me, we do have some feed around, a little bit of feed in a couple of spots. The oats and that over at Woodlands is coming along. I did actually start and spread a bit of urea over there yesterday. I've done the canola on the new block. It's ticking along not too badly. It's all there, just yeah, we're in the lap of the gods as per usual, what the weather's going to do. So urea rates, generally we put sort of 250 to 300 kilos of urea across our crops, depending on whether it's wheat, canola, barley. Barley we usually just top out at sort of that 150, but a year like this where canola's only, you know, that big, we're not gonna, yield potential is, if we have a really soft wet spring, 2 tonne at a stretch, I would have thought. So there's no point throwing bootloads of urea at it in hope that it's going to come to something. So we have soil tested we've soil tested all our paddocks, and then we do what they call a deep N or a deep nitrogen test, and we've done them on our canola grounds and that sort of stuff. One paddock we don't actually need to put any urea on, paddock that came out of Lucerne 2 years ago. So I might, we're just putting sort of 75 kilos on everything at the moment, and then we'll just see what the season does. Usually, like this first application, we'll do 100 to 150, but we're just not getting the rainfall to warrant a big hit. So I just thought, we can always top it up at the back end if we need to, but our nitrogen levels are pretty good, and also our sulfur levels. Like usually we'll put sulfate of ammonia out, whereas we haven't this year, just with the tidy air. But again, that's probably the advantage of soil testing. We don't actually need to. That's the other thing. So we haven't done any of that this year too. So just looking at the budgets, and things are pretty tight, cash flow wise. So if we can save a bit or pick up a bit somewhere, we will. The other thing, and any farmers watching along will know, urea has gone up, I think 100 to 150 bucks a tonne in the last week. So our fertilizer companies, they don't miss. So typical of how they operate, which is frustrating. But anyway, we're at the mercy of them, so we just got to deal with it. But we don't. Usually we have all our urea on hand on farm by now, but I just haven't. With the dry weather, I sort of put the gun in the holster and didn't want to, do that this year. So we've got another load coming next week, and then we'll just see if we get more later on. We'll just see what the season does, but we're just going to have to wear the price increase going forward. So anyway, but yeah, it's frosty. Good one this morning. Probably it was a good one yesterday morning, but it's probably the best frost we've had so far, I reckon. They are talking rain Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that's why we're sort of trying to get this urea out. And we sort of took on this mulching job ages ago, and then it rained, and the guys still want to do it. It's right next door, so it's it's not so bad, but it just means we're getting held up doing our own stuff a bit, which is the downside at times of doing contracting. So anyway, we'll because we're only putting sort of 75 kilos of urea out, we can do 40 hectares on a load with the spreader, so you get across it pretty quick. So I did 150 hectares yesterday morning. So the priority is, before the rain, is to get it on the canola, and if I've got time and got any urea left, we'll do a bit on the cereals then. But I'm not too stressed this pass. If they're talking, I think it said talking 15 mil, so we can get that. That'll be perfect, really. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to get out this time. We'll stay in the comfort of the ute and the heater. We'll get the sheep there. One thing we can say with the frosty morning and the corn stubble, it's very picturesque. See, as I said on a couple of videos ago, you can see the ewes are scratching around in the stubble, finding the bit of grain on the ground. So bossy in about. But, hopefully the fog was pretty clear. Hopefully the fog doesn't come back in. Loading. So I got all the pasture finished over on the other block. Just going to do one more load. I'll head out the back and start doing some of the canola out the back farm. For an hour and a half, and then by then still a bit of dew about. We'll go back mulching then. Then it'll crack a day. It always does after a frost. So the weekend. Spreading. Yeah, so we've got rows here, and you can, whether the camera will show it up or not, but you can see some of the stuff that's obviously emerged when it was planted. So sort of, I probably should pull up and show you, but I'm not going to. Yeah, it just gives you a bit of a perspective on growth stage and where it would all been if it had to come up when it was sown. So, but I can set up the rows, so it is here. So we're just putting 75 kilos on. It does need spraying, this paddock. There's quite a few broadleaf and grass weeds in here, so I'll speak to Matt on Monday and get him to come out next week, and yeah, we'll look after the rain. We might look at trying to clean some weeds up in it. But yeah, got another about 1200 kilos on board, so it won't take long to run this out, and we'll get back home. Mulching. Apologies, the windows aren't all that clean. So yeah, been going for what are we, hour and a half now, so we'll get the bit done. We'll get this pivot circle done tonight, and then yeah, we hook into the other one tomorrow. I won't bother doing any spreading in the morning. Yeah, just try and concentrate on this gig and start a bit earlier. It's pretty hard though with the dew and the frost and that. It's the skids on the mower. Even I noticed last night once that after dark the skids started to drag. So yeah, it's sort of, we're a bit limited how long we can run for and how early we can start and how late we can go. So anyway, we'll go through to 6 o'clock tonight or something, so it's about 3 o'clock now. So yeah, bit of dust kicking around, which is good to see. It's not doing too bad a job, given the moisture that's probably in the stubble. The guys were doing it for, they've got these stalk stompers on the bottom of the corn front. It's sort of, I don't know whether it's sort of half, just pushes the stubble down onto the ground on the bottom of the front. I assume that's what they are. I haven't actually seen them, so yeah, but it's probably not standing as upright as it's laid a lot of the stubble down, so we're sort of not getting all of it, but they do have a disc seeder, so I'm pretty confident they'll be able to sow into it. No worries. Yeah, getting a bit done, but the weather forecast is still talking rain Monday night, so Tony should have finished spraying today, or be very close to it. He only had one load left to put out, and then yeah, I've only got, I don't know, 2.5 or 3 loads with the spreader to do, so we'll be able to get that done before it does rain. So yeah, getting a bit done. Got a seal going in one of the fans. It's got 3, if you haven't seen it, it's got 3 big fans there, and got a seal there, hydraulically driven. They've got a seal going in one of them, so we're just pulling up. If you were doing dry wheat stubble, or you'd want them going, but given this stuff's sort of got moisture in it, I'm not stressing too much. I'm just pulling up every couple of hours and giving it a blow off. Yeah, that's what it looks like underneath, so wouldn't want to get run over by it. It wouldn't do you a hell of a lot of good. It does take a bit of driving, like yeah, so you need 280 horsepower on this. You probably yeah, you'd want 200 plus anyway. Anyway, keep rolling. About knock off time. It's crazy how cold it gets once the sun goes down. I just pulled up and kicked a bit of chaff off it. Yeah, I've got that first circle done, so I'll get into this other one tomorrow. I might go round and round tomorrow. It might just be a bit smoother with the pivot tracks. There's one just here they're rough enough to cross actually. So, but yeah, once the dew starts to come in like it has now, and it's be a frost again in the morning the way it feels, But yeah, got these wheel tracks across, so we might, it wasn't too bad in the other one. I was sort of dodging them a bit, but what we might do is go, because the pivot's not actually here, it's got a towable pivot, so I think there's 3 sites or something. So what I might do is I'll do an AB line round and round and round, and I can just put the mulcher down and just work my way to the middle. I don't have to turn at ends, and it's surprising how much quicker it'll be, because we do it when we do the contract sowing job down there, down south. So yeah, anyway, I'll walk back and get my ute and I'll blow a bit of dust off it, and that will do for today, and that'll do for this video. Yeah, alright, thanks again for watching. Bit happening, we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.